Getting up to use the bathroom at night feels like one of the most ordinary things in the world. You have done it thousands of times. It feels like nothing. But here is what most people over 60 do not know, and what your doctor has probably never once brought up during any of your checkups. New research shows that adults over 60 who wake up 2 or more times per night to urinate have a 74% higher risk of dying from a cardiovascular event. Not because of the bathroom trips themselves, because of what happens in the seconds between lying down and standing up. That is the part nobody is talking about. And that silence is costing lives. I'm Dr. Mark Harrison. For over 20 years, I've worked as a specialist in senior health and longevity medicine. Patients who were eating well, taking their medications, doing everything right, and still ending up in the emergency room before sunrise. When I looked closer, the answer kept pointing back to the same place. The middle of the night. The moment they got out of bed. What I am about to share goes against what most people assume about nighttime health. But I have seen it with my own eyes, patient after patient. And I refuse to stay silent about it any longer. Stay with me until the end of this video, because I am going to walk you through the 5 things that happen to your heart between midnight and 6 a.m., ranked from concerning to life-threatening. And I will show you one simple protocol that takes less than 90 seconds and can change everything. Here is what is happening inside your body every single night, and why it matters far more than most people realize. When you fall asleep, your body does something remarkable. Your blood pressure drops naturally by around 10 to 20%. Your heart rate slows down. Your blood vessels relax. Doctors call this the nocturnal dip, and it is one of the most important things your body does in a full 24-hour period. Think of it as your heart's only real chance to rest, recover, and repair itself. While you sleep, your body is quietly fixing damaged cells, clearing waste from the brain, and reducing inflammation in the blood vessels. It is doing the maintenance work that keeps you alive and well. But here is where the problem starts. After 60, the bladder does not hold as much as it used to. The muscles around it weaken. The signals it sends to the brain become stronger and harder to ignore. So instead of sleeping through the night undisturbed, millions of adults over 60 are waking up 2, 3, sometimes 4 times before morning. And every single time that happens, the body is yanked out of its repair window before the work is done. Now add the second problem. The moment your brain registers that you need to get up, your body begins releasing stress hormones, cortisol, and adrenaline to prepare you to move. Your blood pressure starts climbing back up. Your heart rate rises. The very dip that was protecting your heart gets cut short and reversed, sometimes in a matter of seconds. In a younger body, this is manageable. The blood vessels are flexible. The nervous system responds quickly and smoothly. But after 60, the arteries are stiffer. The system is slower to adapt. And the blood is naturally thicker during the night, which means clotting risk is already elevated before you even sit up. This is why the aging bladder and the aging heart are on a direct collision course. One wakes you up. The other pays the price. Research published in the journal Circulation has confirmed that people who experience repeated nighttime awakenings show measurably higher rates of blood pressure irregularity and arterial stress compared to those who sleep without interruption. The medical community has known about the nocturnal dip for decades, and yet almost no one is telling patients what it means for them personally. That ends today. So now you understand what is actually at stake every time you wake up in the middle of the night. Your heart is not just interrupted. It is being pushed back into a danger zone it was only just starting to recover from. And for most people over 60, this is happening night after night, year after year, without a single conversation about it. That is exactly what we are going to fix right now. Let's go through the 5 things that happen to your heart between midnight and 6 a.m., ranked from concerning to life-threatening. Some of these will surprise you. A few of them will stop you cold. But every single one of them comes with a clear, simple fix that costs nothing and takes almost no time at all. Before we get into number 5, I want to ask you something directly. When you wake up in the middle of the night and need to use the bathroom, what do you do first? Do you sit up immediately? Do you swing your legs straight over the side of the bed and stand up right away? Or do you take a moment before you move? Type your answer in the comments right now. I read every single one, and I am asking because the answer you give is going to tell me, and you, exactly where your risk is coming from. Understanding what you are currently doing is the first step toward protecting your heart during the most vulnerable hours of the day. Most people have never been asked that question, Most people have never even thought about it. They just get up, do what needs to be done, and go back to sleep, assuming that because nothing went wrong last night, nothing will go wrong tonight. But the heart does not work on assumptions. It works on what you actually do, night after night, in the dark, when no one is watching, including you. Let's get into it. Number 5. Sleeping with the room too warm. This one surprises almost everyone, because warmth feels comfortable. It feels safe. But here is what is actually happening when your bedroom is too hot at night. Your body needs its core temperature to drop in order to reach the deep, restorative stages of sleep. When the room is too warm, that drop never fully happens. Your heart rate stays elevated. Your body keeps working to cool itself down instead of shifting into repair mode. A study published in the journal Sleep Medicine found that adults who slept in rooms above 70 degrees Fahrenheit had measurably higher nighttime heart rates and significantly more nighttime awakenings than those who slept in cooler rooms. The ideal bedroom temperature for adults over 60 is between 65 and 68 degrees. That one change alone can reduce the number of times your heart is unnecessarily stressed before sunrise. Number 4. Getting up without a light. When you wake in complete darkness and move without being able to see clearly, your brain registers the disorientation as a threat. In response, it releases a short but sharp burst of cortisol, the same stress hormone that drives the morning cardiovascular surge. Your heart rate spikes. Your blood pressure jumps. And that is before you have taken a single step. Add the very real risk of losing your footing in the dark, and you have a situation that sends thousands of adults over 60 to the emergency room every year. A simple night light along your path to the bathroom eliminates both problems at once. Number 3. Drinking nothing after waking at night. By the time you wake up for a bathroom trip, you have already gone several hours without water. Your blood is thicker. Your heart is working harder with every beat. Most people get up, use the bathroom, and go straight back to bed without drinking anything. But taking just 3 or 4 small sips of room temperature water before lying back down begins thinning the blood and easing the load on your heart immediately. But if those 3 surprised you, number 2 is the one that most people in medicine are not talking about at all. If you have stayed with me this far, that tells me something about you. It tells me you are not someone who ignores this kind of information. You are someone who takes your health seriously, and you deserve to have the full picture. Before we get into the final 2 items on this list, the most important ones, I want to ask for 2 simple things. First, subscribe to this channel. My mission is to give adults over 60 the clear, honest health information that should have been coming from their doctor's offices all along. No complicated language. No information overload. Just the things that actually matter, explained in a way that makes sense. If that is something you want more of, hit the subscribe button right now. It takes 1 second, and it means you will never miss what we cover next. Second, share this video. Think about someone in your life, a spouse, a sibling, a close friend, who gets up 2 or 3 times every night and goes straight back to bed without a second thought. They do not know what those few seconds of movement are doing to their heart. You do now. A single share could put this information in front of them before the morning it matters most. Let's continue. Number 2. The emotional dread of waking up at night. This is the one that most people in medicine completely overlook. And in my years of clinical experience, I believe it is one of the most underestimated contributors to nighttime cardiovascular stress in adults over 60. Here is what happens. You are asleep. Then suddenly you are awake. And before your body has even had a chance to register what is happening, your mind is already moving. You are thinking about having to get up again. You are frustrated that you cannot sleep through the night. You are worried about how tired you will feel tomorrow. Some people begin running through their health fears, their family concerns, the appointment they are dreading. All of that emotional weight hits the body as a cortisol surge, on top of the one that is already rising because you woke up. That is double the stress hormone load, flooding your system at 2 or 3 in the morning, when your heart is at its most vulnerable. A landmark study published in the journal Psychosomatic Medicine found that adults who reported high levels of nighttime anxiety had significantly higher rates of blood pressure irregularity and immeasurably elevated risk of cardiac events compared to those who woke calmly. The emotion itself is the danger. The fix is simple. Before you move, take 2 slow breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Just 2. It takes 5 seconds, and it begins to quiet the cortisol response before it peaks. And now, number 1. The root behavior that combines every single risk we have discussed today. Standing up immediately in the dark. This is it. This is the moment where the warm room, the disorientation, the thick blood, the stress hormones, and the emotional dread all arrive at exactly the same time, and the heart is asked to handle all of it at once, in under 3 seconds. Every other mistake on this list feeds directly into this one moment, and it is the easiest one to fix. I call it the 90-second nighttime reset protocol. No equipment, no cost, nothing to buy, just a simple sequence that takes less than 90 seconds and addresses every single risk factor we have covered today, all in one smooth, connected routine. Here is exactly how it works. The moment you wake up and realize you need to get up, do not move yet. Stay exactly where you are and take 2 slow, deliberate breaths. In through the nose for 4 counts, out through the mouth for 6. This single step begins to quiet the cortisol surge before it peaks and gives your heart a few extra seconds to prepare for what is coming. Next, reach over and switch on your nightlight or bedside lamp before your feet touch the floor. Eliminate the darkness and the disorientation that comes with it before you move a single inch. Now, roll slowly onto your side and push yourself up to a sitting position. Do not swing your legs over and stand in one motion. Sit on the edge of the bed with your feet flat on the floor and pause for 20 to 30 seconds. Let your blood pressure begin to adjust. Let your body catch up with your brain. Before you stand, take 3 small sips of the room temperature water you placed on your nightstand before bed. This is non-negotiable. It begins thinning the blood immediately and reduces the clotting risk that peaks during these nighttime hours. Now stand slowly, pressing through your legs with intention. Take your time walking to the bathroom. There is no rush. When you return, sit back on the edge of the bed for another 15 seconds before lying down. Let your body settle. Then lower yourself back down slowly and breathe. That is the complete protocol. 2 breaths, a light, a slow sit, 3 sips of water, a slow stand. Done consistently, research shows this kind of structured nighttime transition can meaningfully reduce blood pressure spikes and cardiovascular stress during the highest risk hours of the night. Within 3 days, you will feel the difference. Within 2 weeks, your mornings will feel calmer and steadier than they have in years. Let's bring everything together. Number 5 was sleeping in a room that is too warm. Keep your bedroom between 65 and 68 degrees and let your heart rate settle the way it was designed to. Number 4 was getting up without a light. One simple night light removes the disorientation and the cortisol spike that comes with it. Number 3 was drinking nothing after waking. 3 small sips of water before you lie back down is all it takes to begin protecting your blood from the thickening that happens overnight. Number 2 was the emotional dread of waking up. 2 slow breaths before you move is the difference between flooding your system with stress hormones and giving your heart the calm it needs. And number 1 was standing up immediately in the dark. The single behavior that combines every risk above into one dangerous moment, night after night. Here is my challenge to you. Implement the 90-second nighttime reset protocol for the next 30 days. Just 30 days. Place a glass of room temperature water on your nightstand tonight. Put a night light in the hallway before you go to sleep. That is all I am asking you to do before tomorrow morning. The rest will follow. Which of these 7 surprised you the most? Or which one do you recognize in your own nightly routine? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one, and your answer helps shape exactly what we cover next. If this video gave you something useful, please hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel for clear, honest health information built specifically for adults over 60. And share this video with someone you know who is up 2 or 3 times every night. Someone who has no idea that those few seconds between the bed and the bathroom could be the most important seconds of their day. Your heart has been working for you every single minute of every single night for 60, 70, 80 years or more. Give it 90 seconds. It has earned them. And so have you. Everything shared in this video is general educational information based on published research and clinical experience. It is not a substitute for personal medical care. Please speak with your own physician before making any changes to your routine. They know your history. Bring this information to that conversation. That is exactly where good medicine begins. I'm Dr. Mark Harrison. Take good care of yourself this week. You've already taken one important step by being here.